Cheers.
I hear Adriana's walking.
I brought some tissues in case it was emotional.
I hear Adriana's walking. There's some free water upstairs. I brought some tissues in case it gets emotional. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I am Juanqui and welcome to my world. Okay, on this Monday night, I hope you had a productive start of your week. I am completely drained, so I'm going to get right to this advice seeker. All right, let's get right to it because, baby, I need to get to bed. I just came home from a impromptu date with my husband, the Incredible Hulk. It's true. We went for some sushi at the Koreans. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. This one is entitled 41 period F and I'm still figuring it out. I guess what she means is 41 female and I'm still figuring it out. And then she had 3 crying faces. I was in here before and I'm still finding difficulties in dating. I tried the casual thing and it's not for me. I'm a lady of love. I'm in love with love. I find it more difficult in my 40s than when I was younger. Some of that may be due to being jaded from past relationships. I'm a single mom who doesn't co-parent. My time is limited. I don't think we should compromise due to our age. Being young and naive was great, going in blindly hoping for the best. But I'm more aware, which makes me cautious. As kids, we took a test that said, okay, here it is. Here is the field you should look into for work. Side note, I never took that motherfucking test. Okay? No, they just had me experience a whole bunch of shit and I went down the path that I wanted to go down. But I digress. She said, which by the way, this woman should have looked over this thing because it just reads horribly. Let me start again from the beginning. I was in here before and I'm still finding difficulties in dating. I tried the casual thing and it's not for me. I'm a lady of love. I'm in love with love. I find it more difficult in my 40s than when was younger. Some of that may be due to being jaded from past relationships. I'm a single mom who doesn't co-parent. My time is limited. I don't think we should compromise due to our age. Being young and naive was great, going in blindly hoping for the best. But I'm more aware, which makes me cautious. As kids, we took a test that said, okay, here is the field you should look into for work. So they have that for finding a partner. Because what I thought I wanted turns out to not be what I need. I'm exhausted talking to men. It doesn't last 2 weeks. I want a spark. They are either married or too young. And a lot of men I notice are fugazi. Okay, we know what kind of girl we're dealing with now. She ain't no girl. She's a 40-year-old. We know what kind of old lady we're dealing with. She continues, I'm more discouraged now than I was before. My little journey has left me wanting love more than I did before. That kind of rhymed. I thought I could be good alone, but I was a teen mom and I was never really alone. Well, girl, you opened up your legs way too quickly. This is what happens when you pop a child in your teens. Drop a fucking bomb on that. So it is scary. My youngest is 10. My eldest just married. In a few years, they'll all be doing their own thing, and I feel saddened thinking about eating dinner alone at the beach alone, and I never felt sad about that before. Can anyone share their stories of how they are navigating all of this? It's new to me, and I don't like it. And she wasn't going to put herself out there without putting herself out there. In case you're wondering what Miss Honey thing looks like, let me see if I got it right here. There she goes, ladies and gentlemen. This right here is what accompanies her post. Okay? Showing cleavage, tattooed torso, no bra on. This is what she put up there to accompany her poorly written post about being in her 40s and not being able to find true love. This is it. My first thing that I will say is, how are you presenting yourself? Look at this. You think this is the proper way to present herself? She's literally sitting in front of me in her bra. But the men are the fugazi. And somebody took a chunk out of that tit. They were taking a bite out of crime, and she was fully criminal. But she did ask the folks to share their experience or give her some advice. So here we go with the first person. Says, wow, you live one day at a time. You fall in love with yourself. Take pleasures in solitude. Make sure that anyone who enters your life adds to your enjoyment, not takes away from it. I think we are all still figuring it out. So Marielle says, you look amazing, hun. Hope you have a lovely day. Aww. It's the pity train. See, I'm not going to say you look amazing, hun. I'm going to say, why are you in your bra on the internet? You mentioned that all the guys you come across are fugazi and that you're not putting out because, you had your whole teen mom experience and the whole night. Well, that was not just a one time because you have one that's already married and one that's about to be 10. So, But here you are in your bra giving us the come fuck me boy stare into the screen, trying to say that you're not about putting out. But I see your bra. Now, ain't nobody better not come through talking about this is woman empowerment. This is not woman empowerment. This is a 40-year-old trying to sell as much as she can because she knows it's about to get stale soon. Somebody says, I feel what you're talking about. Dating, I think, gets harder as we get older. It's like there's more pressure and less selection to choose from. I'm sorry you're going through that. And if it helps at all, you're not alone. Oh, we sure know. It's a whole bunch of former thoughts that are now in their 40s and 50s have made nothing of our life with a man or a woman, have nothing to, and are having to go out there and do this, take these type of pictures, showing torso with tattoo, a tit that has gotten bitten off. All right, her face is beat and her eyebrow is pretty well done. But what do you think? And let's not fool each other. She's laying on the bed with her head at the edge of the bed. She's giving teabag realness. Teabag realness. The commenter goes, I'm sorry you're going through that. And if it helps, you're not alone. I commend you, however, for staying selective and not jumping on the first thing that comes along, usually resulting in mistakes. I wish the best for you. Somebody says, I think we're all still trying to figure it out. Beautiful. Anyone that truly says they've got it figured out, they're up Schitt's Creek without a paddle. They just don't know it yet. What is that? No, do not put everybody in the miserable boat you are in or on, inside of. Do not do that. No, just because you're miserable doesn't mean everybody else is miserable, and whoever doesn't act or look like they're miserable, they're faking it. That's not how it goes. Somebody said, Dios mío. I don't know if that was a good or a bad thing. She just said, Dios mío. A whole bunch of people calling her gorgeous. She came out here to try to get validation from strangers. Drop a bomb on that. That's what she came out here to do. Because there was no need for her dramatic post to be accompanied by a headshot. Literally a headshot. A headshot to get a headshot at the edge of the bed. Somebody said, marry me. Somebody said, them DMs about to get violent. And this is all what she wants to hear, ladies and gentlemen. I'm reading her energy. Excuse me. I was getting really into it. I'm reading her energy. This energy says, come fuck me, boy. This energy says, I want all of the pity messages given to me right now. Somebody says here, dating in my 40s sucked. I didn't do it long. I was intentional and now have been married 9 years. I'm a firm believer in marriage and I'm not a quitter. I did it 3 times. Didn't think I would ever do it again. Anyway, I was very intentional on how I picked possible dating partners. It was someone I had met in junior high school, and then she moved away. We both had secret crushes on each other back then, and then Facebook. Anyway, you're right about not wasting time and being intentional. As frustrating as it can be, trust the process. I'm surprised that nothing has popped up for you. Just saying. Oh, he's trying to shoot his shot. Oh, Miss Viewers of You. Miss View, this young, I'm sorry, oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Miss View. I'm just about to get out of here, but please rewind and listen to this. This young 40-something-year-old woman gave us a very dramatical post about being 40s and not being able to find, she was a teen mom and not being able to find true love. I have been here. Yeah. Oh, okay. So you got it. Do you think this is the way to present yourself after that dramatic soliloquy? Okay. I could have done without the headshot. She's laying on a bed, by the way. She's laying on the bed, giving me, breasts, exposed torso with tattoo on the side, half bit tit. Like, it's just a lot. I could have done without the visual. And I feel like this is just attention seeking. This is definitely attention seeking. If she was really about trying to get some good advice, if she really wanted some good advice, she would have just put up her post and listen to everybody. But no, she knows she's not an ugly woman. Miss View says, you know my answer. Oh my God, she needs a waist trainer. She needs a waist trainer. This is what happens when the girls have the hot girl summer and they forget that it was just a summer. You know what I mean? Just saying, she ain't all that looking all spread out on the bed, right? Like, looking like she's ready to get teabagged. That she's at the edge of the bed. She gave us this dramatic, oh, my kids, eating dinner by myself. You know, I'm intentional. Yeah, I know. I see your intentions right now, girl. I see your intentions right now. And, you know, I know of some folks in my inner circle that just a season. Exactly. Have your hot girl summer for the season. Yeah, heck, I always wanted to have the parade where, you know, the parade, me and the wings and a G-string and some gold sneakers and gyrating up there for Pride weekend. But I know now, as a married man who, you know, is getting to be of a certain age, I'm now more sophisticated and married, and, you know, goodies cannot be shown. You know, I cannot be showing a left cheek and a right cheek and some flaws in between. I cannot do that. And I'm okay with it. You don't see Juanqui Pro showing, you know, pubic hair. Well, I'm Brazilian wax all day, every day. But, you know, you don't see me showing flesh and body, yaddy. You understand what I'm saying? Like and then as you get older, things start covering up. I cannot wear the same thing I was wearing back when I was in my early 20s. I cannot do that anymore. Hulk said no. We are always going back and forth about this, Miss View. Hulk and I are always going back and forth as to what I can wear and can't. Let me tell you, he is curating my entire wardrobe for the cruise. Everything has to be approved. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you know, and this is not, I've heard of women in their mid 40s, early 50s, who are just behaving like hot girl summer. Women with kids, grannies. Hot girl summer. And, you know, there's a fine line between woman empowerment, being sexually free and having good self-esteem, and just not like realizing your age, dressing for your age, and really having your shit together. It's just sad. It's absolutely. Let's get her on my face. Get her out of here. You upstairs. She is out of it. Anyway, I want to thank everybody who came through, everybody who's going to listen to the replay. I get a lot of replays and I appreciate that. I know specifically some people stick me in their ear hole in the mornings as they're going to work or going about their day or showering or getting ready. And I appreciate the click and the view. Miss View is a view. Thank you for coming through, Miss View is a view. I know Naros will pop his head in later on. Today was a little bit draining, Miss View. I started eating sea moss, the gel, Miss View. We are doing the gel, the sea moss gel. I'm also taking sour bitters. I'm taking black seed sour bitters, and I'm taking the what's the other one? The soursop bitters. And I don't know if that with the combination of the disc. I'm back on the disc. I know my pills, Miss View, because the pollen is starting to get serious over here. I love sea moss, Miss View. Sea moss. Let me tell you something. Every time I start a regimen or a supplement or whatever, I do it when I'm not gonna be at home, because I know my stomach. The older I get, my stomach be rebelling against me. So I always gotta try stuff and make sure. That sea moss had me completely clean the F out. When I tell you, Miss View, I was praying to God, Jesus, and the three kings. Okay, I was like, but the bloatedness went away. The belly looks a little slimmer, flatter, and I feel like I do have the energy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I have the energy. But today was a tiring day. Today was definitely a tiring day. Miss View says, I will be at my allergist in the morning. I have no idea what he's going to do to me. Are you going to take an allergy test? Clean as a bill of health. Yes, yes, Miss View. I was like, and so I always give my body like 3 days to get used to what, even regular vitamins, like just to get the vitamins and the supplement my stomach going. But this CMOS, it has to be taken at night, so that it works its way through during the, at night. In the morning, I do what I gotta do, and then I'm good at work for the whole day. You could wear white after that. And so I just feel like I'm in this trying to just like process everything. Yep, new allergy test. Let me tell you, Miss Yu, I took the allergy test. The one and only time I took the allergy test, I had a really bad allergic where they had to stop the fucking test and give me a shot of whatever it was. So they were only, because they do, you had it before, they shoot you with the allergen and they see how you react. Like my test was like 12 or 15 things. I only got to like number six. And so they told me that I'm definitely allergic to pollen. I'm allergic to dust mites. And I am allergic to, it was pollen, dust mite, and I think it was wheatgrass, something like that. Those three. What? Oh my! Yes. They the allergy test. Well, when I went to my allergist, now this is like over 10 years ago, Miss View. They give you the scratch. Yes, I have the scratch test. Well, okay, mine wasn't a scratch. Mine, they actually poke you with a needle, and they put the thing underneath you, like the surface of your skin, and then they just watch you. And so, like I said, they did it. And I started breaking out. They had to give me a real painful injection in the arm. And then I had to, originally they make you stay there for like an hour and a half. I stood in that doctor's office for like 3 hours. That was 25 years ago for me. Okay, I was grass, dust, and mold. Okay. So this will be a new one to me. Oh, okay. And then, they'll probably have new allergens too. So let's see. I'm not trying to violate your HIPAA laws, but I'll be interested to see if you if there's anything new or anything that your body finally became accustomed to, because that's another thing. You could be allergic to something one season and then the next season you're not. Drop a bomb on that. And vice versa. Anyway, I'm going to let you go, Miss View. I am like I said, I'm in the allergy pills and they put me to sleep. They make me drowsy. So we are about to climb in bed. I don't even think I'll be able to watch it Beyond the Gates. Anyway, good luck with your test tomorrow, Miss View. And come back and break all types of HIPAA laws and let us know, Miss View. The people want to know. Anyway, I will let you know we are East Coasters neighbors. Yes, we are. All right, have a good night, everybody. I will see you guys tomorrow. We do this every single night. All right, good night. Bye, Miss View. Peace.